In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to properly apply Griots 3-in-1 ceramic wax to ensure you get the best and longest lasting application. I've been using this product on my car for over 5 years, and I found that simply just spraying it on and wiping it off is not the best way to apply this product. Doing it right actually involves a few extra steps most people skip, which are vital to ensuring the longevity of this product. We'll talk about all that in just 30 seconds, but first, you need to make sure you're wearing proper PPE when working with a product like this. This product contains VOCs, which in a nutshell, you don't want this stuff soaking into your skin, nor do you want to be breathing in the vapors or mists. So make sure you're wearing some nitrile gloves, you've got a face covering, and you're working in a well-ventilated area. Although a simple cloth mask or even something like an N95 doesn't filter out VOCs or vapors, wearing one of those does prevent the product from burning my nose, so it's definitely helping to block something. Alright, so with the safety prep out of the way, let's now talk about how to properly apply this to your car to ensure you get the best and longest lasting application. And the first thing you need to do before applying this is clay bar and polish your car to give yourself a clean slate. By clay barring and polishing, you are removing a lot of surface contamination, which is going to allow this coating to bond really well with your paint. If you do not do these two things first, this coating is not going to last hardly more than a month. At least in my experience, I've never seen this coating last longer than a few weeks if not properly applying it to a prepped car. Now, if you don't know how to clay bar or polish your car, check out the video link top right hand corner of the screen or in the description. It's a dummies guide I made to polishing your car, and it's super easy to follow. So once you've clay barred and machine polished your paint, the next step will be to actually apply the coating. But before we do so, there is one extra thing we need to do. You need to make sure you have two very important items on hand. The first is you need several dedicated towels to wiping off the ceramic coating. The towels you use to buff off the ceramic are going to get gunked up very fast. So for that reason, I do not recommend using your super nice towels. Rather, I recommend using something like these Rip and Rag Ultra towels from the Rag company that you can just toss after a few uses and then just pull off a new one. These towels, these microfiber towels are specifically designed for leveling and buffing off ceramic coatings. They have a very specific type of weave in them, and I have been very pleased with them for that specific purpose. And speaking to the second item you will need a small applicator pad like the one I have here, which is what you will actually use to apply the coating. And just FYI, all these products I'm using in this video have been linked below if you want to purchase them for yourself. Okay, so with our towels in hand and the paint prepped, let's now discuss the proper techniques for actually applying this ceramic wax. And pro tip, you will actually want to apply 2 coatings over a 24 to 48 hour period for best results. Now, when it comes to applying the ceramic wax, the bottle says to spray it on your paint and then buff it off with a towel. However, I don't find this to be the best way to apply it because you're often left with a lot of overspray, highly gunked up towels, and a very uneven application. The best way I have found to apply this coating is to spray it directly onto an applicator pad like the one I have here, then apply it to the paint like you see me doing right here. Rub it over your paint in gentle up and down or side to side motions. Now, when working with Griots 3-in-1 ceramic wax, it is important to point out that it doesn't have a flash time like fancier, more professional coatings do, which means you need to buff it off immediately after applying. Otherwise, it's going to dry quickly and it's going to be hard to wipe off. So for that reason, work in small sections at a time to ensure that it doesn't dry too quickly. And if it does happen to dry and won't wipe off with a towel, or you're just left with some high spots, don't freak out because it's super easy to fix. Either just add some more ceramic to the area and wipe it off, or you can just spray the area with a quick detailer or water and that'll make it come right off as well. This stuff is super easy to work with and is very forgiving. All right, so getting back on track, as you are applying this ceramic wax to your car, I recommend that you apply more to your applicator pad after each small section just to ensure it's nice and wet and that you're getting a thick, fresh application. I like to spray it onto the applicator pad away from where I'm working so that I'm not directly exposed and sitting in a cloud of vapors and mist and whatnot. You'll see in this video that I step away from my working area and then I spray it onto the applicator and then I come back and reapply it to my car. Again, this just limits the amount of vapors and stuff you're being exposed to. Now, a really big benefit of using the applicator pad method versus just spraying it on and wiping it off is, well, one, you don't get tons of overspray, but most importantly, you don't have to use as many towels. When I used to just just spray this onto my car and then buff it off, I typically was using 3 to 4 towels for this particular car right here, versus using the applicator pad method, which is absorbing most of the ceramic and only applying what it needs to. I only had to use 2 towels to buff off everything on my car. So big difference there in terms of the amount of towels you're going to go through. Now, after you finish coating your car, I highly recommend inspecting your paint with a small bright light like the one I have here to ensure you don't have any high spots or to ensure there isn't any excess wax that you forgot to wipe off. I almost always have a few spots that I happen to miss while applying this, or smears or whatever. So again, this final inspection is very crucial when you finish up your coating. And also remember, for best results, you will want to apply a second coating 12 to 24 hours after the first one. And during this curing process, you don't want your car to get exposed to rain, water, or any of the elements. So if you have a garage, best to just keep your car in the garage and apply a second coating, and then wait another 12 hours before getting your car exposed to the elements. By applying a second coating, it will help significantly enhance the durability of this product, which Griots even recommends doing on the bottle. Having used this product for over 5 years now, I've experimented with it a lot, and doing 2 coats is definitely the way to go. When applying to a prepped car and doing 2 applications, this easily lasts me 8 months to a year before I start to see any major reductions in water beating properties. But most importantly, I have never seen this product just totally fail anywhere on my vehicles. The water beating will get weak in certain areas over time, but I have never seen this product just totally fail on any of my cars. If you go take a look at the video that Project Farm posted, which is phenomenal by the way, this ceramic wax is almost just as durable as some of the more professional ones out there, and it even outlasted a lot of the other ceramics that are on the market. If you don't believe me, I've linked that video in the description if you want to go check it out. Needless to say, this ceramic spray from Griots is very impressive for how easy it is to apply and how user-friendly it is. I'm not out here saying this is as good as a legit professional ceramic coating like G-Technic or something, but it is pretty dang impressive for what it is. Well, folks, that's all I have for you in this video. Hope you found it helpful and educational. If you did, be sure and leave a like and comment on the video, as that helps to push this out to other people. So again, thanks for watching, and don't forget, stay glossy, my friends.